we need to see more data.
This industry is starting to really share.
And I hope we've got better information.
Data.
Sharing information.
You know, we're all still continuing to learn off of each other, share stories.
So I'd love if in 12 months' time we come here and everybody's just a whole lot more open and sharing and data and research, and that would be really a good step forward.
I think there's a need for the market to collaborate around this and share data and share good practice, so actually then we can exponentially grow the opportunity.
How can we actually use that evidence collectively as an industry to elevate the product and elevate the customer experience for people?
To actually show the social impact that we're having.
We're all collating information, and I think it's being able to interpret and work with that, and kind of moving to tablets, moving to mobility, and it's really, as we say, we're focusing very much on the resident at the moment, but it's all about that community.
Have a chat, talk about things that we're passionate about, but if we're not delivering that message to the consumer so that they understand the difference, then we're not able to continue delivering that.
And what are people actually learning from having units in rental? What are the customers thinking about it? What do local communities think about it? Is it really living up to the promise? What further tweaks do we want to see?
If you look here in the UK, something like 85% of our housing stock is traditionally in the suburbs. That's where most people in the UK live. We do need to densify our cities, we do need urban infill, but we also need to acknowledge that some people don't want to live in that kind of one typology of tall apartment blocks, that we can do build to rent that is in other types of built form, kind of lower rise houses as well, and I'd love to see more of that coming out, that diversifying the product.
And be able to see that the sands have shifted around. Planning and planning consent for alternative housing products and ultimately new options for people.
Retirement and all other generations integrated in mixed communities within developments, and those developments integrate with the community in which they're physically located.
Progress in terms of moving from planning into delivery, and because PRS and Build to Rent can deliver quickly, increased use of modern methods of construction.
More units either coming through planning or actually in development.
From a Homes England perspective, I'd like to see us having placed more funding in major regeneration schemes.
To seeing more schemes up and operational.
More schemes that have been delivered using off-site, and that more people will be looking to get involved.
We'll see a lot more developed buildings. There's a lot going on in the northwest and in Liverpool. As well, there's going to be some real exemplar products coming out of it, which will then lead to more investment and more housing and move towards solving that housing crisis.
The key important thing, contribute to helping reduce the housing crisis in the country, which is sort of circa 100 to 150,000 homes.
We've made big progress in the last 12 months, more progress than I think we've made forever, actually, in terms of this sector. So I actually think that when we're standing here this time next year, it'll be different again.
Continuing to support this model, recognising it's important within the wider housing market and keeping it moving at the momentum it's got at the moment.
We've got to do it. We've got the opportunity to do it. We've got to share. The world's a new place. We've got to collaborate.